Good morning, St. James High School. I hope everybody had a great first day. This is Mr. Hidako, and I am screencasting to you today to explain our new advisory program. At the end of last year, Mr. Pinnell came to several St. James staff members and asked them to join the advisory committee. Their purpose was to tweak the advisory program that we already have and take the information that we gathered from the surveys from teachers and students and try to tweak the program to bring a little bit more life to it. And what we saw as a common theme throughout the surveys were people were looking for interactive lessons. Students wanted real-life topics to be discussed in these lessons, and they really wanted engaging activities to occur within a lesson. And as the committee met and they created their lessons and wrote their lessons, they really took these to heart and tried to emphasize at least one of these, if not 2 to 3 of them in each and every single lesson. The other question that we saw that was submitted in the surveys was the schedule and when advisories would take place. Well, this year we decided to set a schedule that every first and third Wednesday would be an advisory schedule. This way there's no question of when advisory is. It's the first Wednesday and the third Wednesday of the month, starting with the first Wednesday in September, which is September the 2nd. What we really are trying to do by bringing life to this program is we instituted this Shark Trivia. This advisory Shark Trivia will be a trivia competition that will occur at the beginning of every advisory class. This will be your shark bait for advisory. You'll come in there, log into your venue, if not on your phone. But what you'll do is you'll log in and you'll take a trivia type game, about 5 questions based on different topics, and the competition will occur at each grade level. All 9th grade advisories will compete with one another, 10th grade will compete against another, and 11th and 12th. There will be a winner at each level. Each level will have their own winner, and the winning advisory from each level will have some type of prize that has yet to be determined. We're talking ice cream party, pizza party, somewhere in that regard. We just haven't finalized that just yet, but once we do, you'll be the first to know. This competition will be pushed out to you through Google Classroom. I will have a screencast in a future advisory once we have our venues and we have the technology in our hands. I will give you a screencast of how to get into the Google Classroom and how you will use Google Form for each and every single one of these trivia competitions. The key is going to be, number 1, you're using your Horry County Gmail account and that you fill out the form correctly. You need to make sure you have your name in there as well as your advisor. If you do not include your advisor, your results will not be added to the scoreboard and you won't count for your advisory as you are trying to gain points in this competition. Now, you are working as a collective whole in your advisory. You need to work together and you need to make sure this gets done. And make sure people in your classroom are following these directions. If not, you're not going to count towards the scoreboard. So again, this is a team mentality. Just like we saw in the video from Remember the Titans, it's about coming together. Not everybody looked the same, not everybody talked the same, not everybody thought the same. But what they finally did is they came together as a team and worked as one. And that's what we're hoping to bring to this advisory, that you'll start to work together as one, throw a little bit of competition to it, and let the best advisory win. Now, our first competition is set to start on September the 16th. And on September the 16th, you'll get the screencast first to show you how to get in Google Classroom, and that will be the first day that you take this trivia quiz. What you'll formulate today, and we'll talk about in just a second, is you're going to come up with a team name. And that team name will go on the school scoreboard at a location that we have yet to determine. But you will notice that your team name will stay on the scoreboard and let you know where you stand in the standings throughout the year in the competition. Next week, and in the weeks to come, on Monday we'll continue this team building activity. September the 2nd is a scheduled PDL rollout. Again, that date may change, but September the 16th we are also tentatively scheduled to begin the Shark Trivia if the technology is in our possession. Here's today's lesson, the team name. Probably one of the most important parts, because you can't get on the scoreboard without having a name. You're going to use your advisor's last name, and you're going to use the first letter of your advisor's last name to use the first letter as the team name. For example, my advisor would use Hidako's, and because my last name starts with an H, our team name would start with an H, Hidako's Hippos. Hopefully my students are a little bit more clever than that, but this is what we're going to go with for now. So use the first letter of your advisor's last name to become the first letter of your team name and come up with your team name. So go ahead, brainstorm, come up with some names, and what you're going to do right now in advisory from that list, you're going to vote to see what your team name should be. We'd love for it to be unanimous. If not, majority does rule. And from there, your advisor will email it to me or put it in my mailbox, and we will start to get the scoreboard together. So next time I come to you, it'll be to explain how to get into Google Classroom. But go ahead and pick up that team name so we can get your scoreboards ready to go. You guys have a great Shark Day.